What's up, squad? So today we have our 2020 Toyota Supra over here. We just got back from Bondurant High Performance Racing Academy. So what we want to do is we want to pull out our fluids, our oil essentially, and we want to go ahead and see how that oil has changed. So that oil was changed right before we went to the track, and we're going to change it again since we just came back. That oil was redlined, it was really beaten up. We drove all the way to Arizona, tracked it, then drove all the way back, and now we're going to go ahead and change that oil for you guys. I went ahead and tried to call the Toyota dealerships, and I found that they were charging $20 for their Toyota Supra Oil. So what I figured was, let me go ahead and call BMW, which this car has a BMW power plant, the B58 motor, and I ordered their BMW B58 oil. So this is the original BMW engine oil, which I went ahead and ordered for just about $8 to $10. And that really depends on the dealership. So let's go ahead and get started. Shake it to see if the car is stable.
Y'all bake.
Rotate that. So here is where we have our oil drain plug. And wow, that thing is pretty hot. So over here, we just pulled out our cover, and I'm going to go ahead and crack that 17mm bolt. Wow, this bolt is really hot. So this is 17, we just need to go ahead and crack it now. This oil drain tank over real quick under here. Wow, that oil is almost like a black color, but it still has like this dark honey brownish, so it's not like a black, but it's not as clear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a white rag, get a little bit of that oil on there, and we'll compare it to that new BMW oil. Now, as we see that oil drain, I put a little spot of that old engine oil, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little more in here so it shows slightly more to you guys, and then I'm going to crack open this original BMW engine oil bottle, and we'll compare the two. What I'll do is I'll turn it right here just a couple times, and you could clearly, visibly see the difference on the rags. Look at this rag over here. Look at the difference between the tracked oil, which is this brown, grimy oil, although I don't feel anything in that oil, and this white oil. So anytime and every time you go to the track, it is essential that you change that oil immediately. So over here we have our two different oils. We're the same type of oil, but on the left hand side, or on the right hand side, my left hand side, you can go ahead and see that tracked BMW oil, that oil that's been through a bunch of those high RPMs, and you see this yellow, beautiful color, this light honey for this fresh oil. And then we're going to lower the car, right? Because once it's closed, we're going to go ahead and lower the car and then just pour the oil in, essentially. So now our next step to do is to go ahead and put that nut back in and tighten it to 25 Newton meters. So what we're gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna go ahead and thread this nut back in. Gotta make sure you thread it right. Solid.